Welcome into Knit Habits. I'm so glad you're here. Want to say a big thank you to my returning viewers. Thank you so much. If you're new here, I hope you stick around and find something that you enjoy about my makes here on the YouTube. And this is a podcast mostly about crochet and knitting. There's sometimes other things put into here on occasion, but mostly knitting and some crochet. All of the places that you can find me, I will have a picture up here for you of Ravelry, Instagram, YouTube, well, obviously YouTube, you're here, Instagram, Gmail, Ravelry, all of those places you can find there. There is currently a make-along with this channel that I am hosting with my friend Tania of the Breakfast Crew podcast. It is a One Skein Wonder make-along, so if you have anything you want to make with a beautiful skein of yarn, you know, we all have that one skein that we want to make something with. So if you have something like that, please go ahead and I'm going to need to stop saying, there is a group over on Ravelry that I will have linked below with a chatter and an FO thread. There's lots of fun goodies and lots of prizes to be had at the end. It has started on April 1st and it will end the end of September. So September 30th or 31st. So running there. There's also an affiliate link below for Pearl Soho. I am an affiliate. So if there's anything that you would like to purchase from Pearl Soho, please, if you'd like to help out the channel, do so through there as well. I think that's everything, and I will jump into what I am wearing. I wore this on my very first episode of my podcast. This is the Kevet by Kaylin Hunter or Boylan Knitworks. It is made out of this cream color. It's actually a peaky color. This color is, I'm looking at my notes over here. This is a Moondrake yarn. It's the Pink Salt. And I think it's just a fingering weight yarn, if I remember correctly. Unfortunately, I looked on Ravelry to see if I have a project page, and I do, but it has no yarn on it, so very useful. But yeah, so this is a really fun textured knit, and then this is Spin Cycle, which was made out of dyed in the wool in the colorway Devilish Grin. So a little bit of color work there, lots of baubles, some eyelet, little bit lace, really fun knit. It is a cropped sweater and it carries all the way through with the baubles and the lace work. So really fun knit. I don't wear it a ton because it's short, so I do, as you can tell, have a tank top on underneath it, but it was kind of the perfect day to wear this because it's not super cold, but not really warm either. It was in the mid 50s here in Raleigh, North Carolina. If I didn't say that, I live here with my husband. I have my one son that still lives at home, and then my other son and daughter-in-law that are married and live on their own. So, yeah, it was a fun knit. I really enjoyed this one. I could see myself making another one again at some point. And I would definitely, I think I even added on here to the bottom and it's still pretty short. So anyway, really neat. Yeah. So that's what that is. Now, we're going to jump into other stuff. I don't have any finished objects. I have finished absolutely nothing. So sorry, I got nothing done. I was busy doing stuff and still got nothing. So that's okay. It is what it is. I am going to stand up real fast and get a project that I forgot over there, and I will come right back over here. All right. No pauses needed, right? Right. Okay. So I will just jump into this one because I have it here. These are, or this, it's not these because it's just one thing. I bought this yarn not long ago. I showed it on a podcast recently, and it came with a mini, and it was from Long Dog Yarn. And it's in the colorway View from the Fishbowl. And it's a 75-25. It did have this really pretty green mini with it. Try not to get in the shadow. It's coming out a little bluer on the screen, but it's a really pretty green. And it had, this was the main skein here. So I am making the mountain socks. It is a free pattern by Rachel Nutting, Nutting. It's both written and charted. It's a really easy chart to follow. It's a textured pattern of knit and purl stitches. I cast on a contrast cuff where I did 15 rounds of 2x2 ribbing. And it's a really pretty texture pattern. There you go. It's 4 stitches each repeat, and it's only 8 rows in the chart. So I have a stitch marker every 4 to keep me straight on there. Of course, I am doing this in the ChowGoo 9-inch circular, how I enjoy making my socks. And it is US 1 2.25. So just the beginnings of it, but it is a pretty texture pattern. Yeah, you can see it really well right there. So these are the mountain socks, and again, it's a free pattern on Ravelry. And this stitch marker, this one right here, is, oh, you can't even see it. Hold on one second. It went inside. Is one of the stitch markers I got from String Theory. And I also have a link down below for them if you'd like to purchase through that link. I think I get a tiny bit of kickback if you wanted to do that for the channel. But I really love these because they have them in different colors, and they're not too big or heavy, weighing down anything. So anyway, Mountain Socks by Rachel Nutting. So that is WIP 1. Let's see here, WIP number 2. Let's pull this one out. This is Living in a Bag by Knit for Brains that I've had for a while. Just cute little garden gnomes. Too cute. And this, I bought this yarn. I think I showed it on the podcast. I may not have. And now I'm wondering where the ball band is. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pause. All right, I'm back. I couldn't find the ball band because it was in the ball of yarn. So I got this. This is one of the projects that I am making, at least the first of probably many, for the knit along that I am making. This is a new pattern out of Helen Stewart's, Helen Stewart's Shawl Society 6. It is the Serpentine Pavilion shawl. I will put up a picture. And the yarn that I'm making it out of is this one from Skein Yarns. They are out of Australia. And it is an ACM yarn here. And that is 38% baby alpaca, 37% Pima cotton, 25% merino, 437 yards. Out of 100 grams, and it is in the colorway Fluoro Peach, F-L-U-R-O Peach, it says right there. So, and this came from Australia. I ordered it, came pretty quickly from the other side of the planet, so pretty good. And it is so soft and squishy. Here it is. Lots of pinks and oranges. And so I believe the inside part is the cotton because it doesn't really dye there, but it is so soft Really lovely. And this pattern is, yeah, so it's described as a soft, fluffy yarn with a core of cotton. Um, and this shawl is an asymmetrical shawl with garter stitch and an easy cable along the edge. So there it is. Really pretty cable, and it just kind of is striping up, really pretty. Very much enjoying this. I wish this was the only thing I had to knit on right now because it is so soft and squishy that I just want to be knitting on this one all the time. But I just started it last weekend and I haven't had a lot of time, and you'll know why soon, but actually it kind of matches my nails. Don't you love it when I've said this a million times, but don't you love it when your project matches your nails? Because I really do. It looks really good. I just got them done, so yeah, it's really pretty. And I love, if you've ever, you probably have, but if you haven't, if you want to make a Helen Stewart pattern, I would definitely say go for it. I've made, I think, a couple of shawls of hers, and I have made at least one pair of socks. So I really enjoy her pattern. And this is in a US 6 4mm needle on my Chow Goose. And really easy cable. It's just three stitches. So, and you just hold it forward. And then the squishy garter here. And this is the same yarn that she designed hers in. So if you can tell from the picture. So really, really beautiful. Looking forward to working on this more. So back in the bag it goes. And the next thing that I have been working on is the Summer in Sicily. And if you remember, this is bag I got at the North Carolina Fiber Festival recently. This is by the Dapper Kraken. And it is an absolutely gigantic bag. I've been carrying multiple things in it recently, so that's been fun. And this I cast it on out of the Rowan yarn. The Rowan Creative Linen, which is 50% linen, 50% cotton. And here is what I have so far. So you started out flat, and then that, dropped a stitch there. That is going to make the keyhole. If I haven't already, I will put up a picture of it. It has that keyhole neckline. And so you start flat so that when you do join it, it has that keyhole neckline there. And it's just going to be so pretty in this teal color. I personally think it looks more green than teal, but everybody else tells me it's teal. So I'll say it's teal. And here is that beautiful texture pattern. So you start here with this ribbing, and then you do a little bit of stockinette, a little bit of purl, a little bit of ribbing, and then you do this really pretty eyelet, and then some more ribbing here. And I will say that once you get past this cast on, and then the way she has you do this ribbing here, it's a pretty easy pattern, a pretty self-explanatory. However, I will say that the directions on how to do these increases on this ribbing part here are about as clear as mud to me. I tried to look, and it's obviously a me thing, because I looked at project pages to see if any of the testers, because it's a fairly recent pattern, if anybody else had any issues with it, and I didn't see anybody saying they had any issues with it. So, sometimes the way our brains work for one person, or, it just doesn't work for the other. And so I was having a little bit of trouble. My husband and I, he's a math guy, and we ended up putting it into AI to try to figure it out. And I don't love using AI. So anyway, got through it, enjoying the pattern from there. I'm looking forward to working on this one more. And yeah, this is, I believe it's a DK weight pattern. Let me see what I've written. Um, it's Summer in Sicily by Mini Me Knit Designs. It's textured tee, worked seamlessly top down, no short rows. The increases are hidden in the pattern, which I could say that. It comes in 10 sizes. I'm doing the 4th size, and the colorway is teal, and I'm using a US 4 3.5 for this. And it does have you place, at least for my size, 30 stitch markers. So that's where those stitch markers are, because the increases get hidden in there. You do them every time you hit a stitch marker, you do an increase so far from what I'm doing. So that's that. I'm looking forward to that. And I really like this yarn, even though it is cotton and linen. I will say it's not, it's not 100% rough wool soft or rough, but it's not merino soft either. But yeah, it's nice. So got that on the needles. And then the other thing that I have been working on, yeah, I want to go back and talk about the make along a little bit more too, but so, and part of the reason why, before I jump into this, let's talk a little bit about my crochet. So last time you saw the XtinakYarnie, which if you guys aren't sick of seeing this, I bless you, because I'm sort of sick of it. But anyway, I'm also very excited about it at the same time. I'm just wanting it to be done. You know, when you get to the point where you just kind of want it to be done, that's where I'm at. So I did add the button band on, and the button band is in the colorway Mystery Purple by Malabrigo. So I did that all the way around the crocheted rib. And then remember how I thought I didn't have enough yarn to add any length on the sleeve in this yarn, which is, I had a ball band somewhere. Let's see, where did it go? What is that yarn? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. I'm going to blame it on menopause brain. It's the Chroma, the worsted weight Chroma in the colorway Sedona. And that is what all of this is here. While I went and bought more of this, because I didn't think I had enough to finish the button band, which I thankfully did, just barely had enough, but I did finish it, playing a little bit of yarn chicken there, but I won. Yay. And I didn't think I had any more of the Chroma. And then once I got done winding this up, what do I see? The ball that I thought I had. So I still have a little bit more. I added some more length onto this sleeve here, and then I started doing some decreases here, and I'm just going to finish it up, the ribbing and the decreases in the Malabrigo Rios in the color Mystery Purple. And then I wanted to save enough of the Chroma so that I can add on again to this other sleeve here, and then it will be done. But I do love the way it looks. Don't get me wrong. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I like doing the decreases here. It's really fun. It's going to fit really, really well. I can put it on, but I would like to be done with it for sure. I still have to put in all my ends. And it is going to have a little bit of a bigger bell sleeve because I did the decreases fairly quickly. And then I'm going to do, I'm going to get it a little bit tighter, and then I'll do a few inches of longer ribbing. So it will have kind of a bell sleeve on it. But that's the fun of this, right? We get to make it however we want it to be. But it is really pretty. I really do like it. So again, Alice, thank you for giving me the idea of using this yarn for this project. I really like it, and it got me to learn some crochet techniques, so that was fun too. So that's the XtinakYarnie, which is a free pattern on Yarnspiration's website, and I have been using, and I keep linking it below, but I've been using some tutorials for that because it's just, with my concept, where I'm at in my learning, I guess, for crochet, it's just really helpful to have that added measure of help and visual, because I learn from watching. So I really appreciate that. Now on to the reason, and that bag is right here, on to the reason why I haven't had as much time for other projects. And the other projects that I'm not mentioning, not that I've taken them out or anything like that. I still have my low-key tee or vest, and I still have that other crochet. I just haven't worked on them, so I'm just not going to show no progress. I did sign up for a test knit, so that's part of why I haven't been getting as much done as I would like to. I am testing the Cosmos top by Kayla Baldwin. Currently, I will put up a picture, but all I have right now is a black and white picture. It's a really pretty tank top. And here there's some dip stitches that she's done and a folded hem. And then I haven't gotten up to the top because I'm still in this area. But this is the Cosmo top by Natural Knits, who is Kayla Baldwin. And she does have some really nice projects on Ravelry. I'll have her linked below if you want to check out her other projects. She has some really good ones. So you can definitely check that out. And this project is Living in My Bag by Amy of Happy Little Yarn. She has her own podcast. This is her Happy Little Sewing. Her sticker is right there, and there's her tag right there also. So this, I decided to use a deep stash yarn, and this is a yarn you can't even get anymore, but it is from a Knit Crate, and Knitology, I guess. Yeah, Knitology by Knit Crate. And the part of the reason why I picked this is the yarn that Kayla used in this was a cashmere merino nylon mix. And so I decided to use this one because it's a very similar makeup of the yarn. And this colorway is called Citrus Squeeze. And it is 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 10% cashmere. So it's an MCN. And yeah, that's the colorway. And it's been hanging out in my thing right there. So I got that out, and here it is in its little glory here, and it's skein. It's really pretty. It's got pinks and pinks, pinks and yellow and orange in it. So, and the trouble that I've had with this pattern has nothing, I'm going to slow down, has nothing to do with the way the pattern is written. Kayla has written a beautiful pattern, and I'm looking forward to wearing it. I just think that sometimes I try to do too many things all at once, and then my understanding of what I've read and what it actually says sometimes they don't match up. So here's what I've had so far. I have done the folded cuff, which I had to do 3 times because every time I did it, it was twisted. And it just would get more and more twisted between the front stitches and the back stitches, and it was just, oops, sorry about that. That's Ginger alerting me to some sort of danger, I'm sure. Ginger. All right. So here it is. So I did the folded hem or folded cuff, I guess, whatever you want to say. There it is. It's folded up. I ended up having to do a provisional cast on and then pick up the stitches. And I did the provisional cast on. The video that I used was a different one than I've used in the past. This one was by Kimberly McAlinden. I will have that one linked below. And so I used that one. And then you knit a certain amount of rows after you do the fold. And then you do the dip stitches. And she calls them flowers. And it's really, really pretty. And I think, you know, one of the things that she says in the pattern is you can use this with any yarn, whether it's, you know, variegated or tonal. The flowers are going to show up really well. And I think it's really showing up really pretty there. And then you do, once you've done the number of flower section, written section for the flowers, then you do a certain amount, depending on your size, of stockinette stitch. So that's where I'm at right here. And then I believe you do the front and the back separately because it has that tank top feel to it. So I think this is going to be really pretty. Really, I'm not sure how much use I'm going to get out of it in the summer. We'll have to see how muggy the summer here is in North Carolina, because it oftentimes can be pretty muggy. So it might be an earlier summer outfit, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. So that's what I've been working on. And she has a really good tutorial on how to do the dip stitch. And once I figured all that out, it was easy to do. I have my little stitch stoppers on here that I got at Oak City Fibers. So that has been taking up the majority of my time, and I've been enjoying it. So hopefully this will be a finished object the next time I am on. So that's where I've been putting most of my energy lately, is all of those. And last weekend, of course, hopefully y'all got out for local yarn store day and supported your local LYS. So hopefully you were able to do that. I did get out and I purchased some yarn from Oak City Fibers and went and visited Anne over there, as she is the she just celebrated owning the store for a year. Glenn has actually, if you didn't know, has actually moved to Spain. So Anne has been running the store for a year, and it's really, really pretty, and she does such a good job. So anyway, went and stopped by there. And like most people for LYS or most stores, I picked this yarn up by Emma's Yarn. And this one is in the colorway Born in a Barn. And it is a really pretty orange. I think it's coming up a little bit brighter on camera than it is, but it's pretty true to color. It's really pretty. And this is the 80% and 80-20. It's in the Practically Perfect sock base. And this is on the September 24 colorway. Oh, it's upside down. Again, same base, the Practically Perfect sock. And because I purchased these two skeins of yarn, I was able to get the Casa Pinka Colossal Fluff Up at no cost. So I got that for free on LYS Day. So I think these are going to be really pretty. This color here will be where it's white on the pattern, and then this will be like the pinky part. So once I can get some other things off the needles, this will definitely be on there. and she had some yarn for discount, so I was able to pick up the Barocco Remix, which is 100% recycled fibers. It's nylon, cotton, acrylic, silk, and linen, and I got 4 of these, and this is the colorway, I believe it's called Ocean. It is color 3984. She called it Ocean on there, but it's a really pretty, like, again, tealy blue color, tealy blue green. And I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this yet. 4 skeins was a little over 800 yards. So I have some teas. I know I want to do another summer tea out of it. And I have a few that I'm looking at, and I haven't 100% decided. So we shall see, but I got those 2 yarns, and then I had to pick up these needle stoppers, which are Bert and Ernie. I love Bert and Ernie. It just goes back to my childhood of watching Sesame Street. I always loved Bert and Ernie. I had Bert and Ernie dolls when I was a kid. And these are by Comma Craft Company that she orders them from. So I had to get Bert and Ernie, so now I get to use them. And I I sometimes joke that I have no problem with people being gay because I grew up watching Bert and Ernie and they live together, and so who cares, right? That's my thing. So these are fun. Anyway, I get to use these. I'm very excited, and that has been pretty much everything that I have been working on and getting up to lately. Nothing really going on in my personal life other than just working and not working and working out. And, you know, I changed my hours from 7 to 3:30 p.m. And it's pretty boring. I mean, I get up, I go to work, I get off work, I work out. It's time to make dinner, you know, rinse and repeat. So that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to get up to some fun this summer. It's going to be my 50th birthday in July, so I would like to go to the beach, and I'm hoping to spend some time out there. It's only a couple of hours away, and I love the ocean, so I would like to really get out there and go. And I'm looking to go to DFW and meet up with Tania in August. So there are some plans, just nothing currently going on. But yeah, that's about it. I didn't plan any therapy talk today. I did last time, and so we'll have that for the next time. And and please, again, if you'd like to join in the One Skein Wonder Mal, please do that. We have it on Ravelry. You can always email me pictures. If you don't, you know, Ravelry isn't accessible, you can always email me. I do have a hashtag of One Skein Wonder Mal 2026. So you can knit, crochet, whatever you want to do. Doesn't make any difference to us. We just want to, of course, have a lot of fun. And I will, since I'm talking about it, I will have some pictures up of people's finished objects that have been active in the group. And yeah, I think that's about it. If you'd like to get some beautiful yarn from Pearl Soho, remember I do have an affiliate link there. It does help the channel out greatly to be able to have prizes and giveaways. And we are like this close, like just this close to being at 300. So maybe there'll be a giveaway at the next episode. You never know, if we can get to 300, I might do that. Anyway, I hope you are all doing well, that it's not too hot, that spring has sprung wherever you are up in the northern hemisphere, or if you happen to catch me and you're in the southern hemisphere and it is turning into fall, I hope you're having a beautiful autumn time down there. And as I always end with, please go and give yourself the same grace that you give everyone else, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.